we review again, because of this class's particular circumstance, that your exam is on Monday the 12th. So we're going to review a little bit, take a little test next week, review for 2 days, and then you have your exam. So practice test 1. I am going to review with you problems like you need to know. Practice test 1. We start out by writing equations. So you are going to write the equation of the circle with a center at -4,2 and a radius of 6. Man, I hope this is on your test because that is about as easy as they get. Can anybody tell me what the equation of the circle looks like with a center at -4,2 and a radius of 6? X plus 4, I heard somebody say it, squared, plus y minus 2 squared equals 36. Done. There literally is no work. You just have to know what a circle equation looks like. That is a circle equation. In a minute, we're going to do an ellipse equation, which we did earlier, and then we're going to do a parabola equation. All right, there's another circle equation. Okay, so here we go. This time, it's not quite as easy. This time, all we know is that we have a diameter with these endpoints. So what do we have to figure out? We have to figure out the midpoint because that will be the center. Danielle, you with me, honey? You okay? Yes. Let's lock in, baby. We got a lot to do next week. So to find the midpoint, we are going to average. All right? So 2 and 4 makes 6. Divided by 2 is 3. Please do not just write down 3. Write down how we got 3 so that you'll remember that. Charlie, writing it down. 2 plus 4 divided by 2 is 3. All right, do the same thing here. -6 plus 6 is 0. Divided by 2 is still 0. So my center is at 3, 0. That means that my equation looks like this to start. If it's easier for you, we talked about this the other day, you can do this, that is fine. There is nothing wrong with that. If it makes it looks better to you to put that in there, that's totally fine. Now I need my radius, which is right here. How do I find my radius? Distance formula. So it's a big radical. I'm going here, between these points. You could go here, I'm going here. So 3 minus 4 squared and 0 minus 6 squared. You'll have a calculator. Let your calculator help you with the arithmetic if you need it. 3 minus 4 is -1, and -1 squared is 1. 0 minus 6 is -6 squared is 36. So my radius is the square root of 37, which means the number that goes here is 37, because that number is r squared. Remember when you put 36 up here? That's r squared. This is r. So that's r squared. And there's the answer to the question. Alright? Now, we're going to do an ellipse. Okay, so kids, we need to remember that this is what circles look like. This is your format for circles. What is our format for ellipse? Well, kind of the same, except they're over something. And when you add them, you always get 1. So that's the equation we're shooting for problem C. You okay? All right, what do we know? We got a center at 4, -1. All right, well, let's suppose this is a test. Even if you don't have a clue what else to do, you can get partial credit by doing what? If that's the center, x minus 4, y plus 1, that's where the center goes. The major axis has a length of 16. The minor axis has a length of 4, and it is stretched vertically. So I'm not sure about any points or anything, but it looks like that. Would you agree with that? That means that this is my major axis. So if it has a length of 16, that means I'm going up and down 8, which means under y has to be 64. It's a puzzle, be logical about it. And then the minor axis has a length of 4, which means I'm going back and forth 2, which means under x is 4, 2 squared. One more and we're going to lunch, okay? So we're going to write one more yes. So remember that an ellipse equation looks like this. Always equal to 1. Some of you on your homework are putting other things in there. It's always equal to 1. All right, so what do we know this time? So 1, 10, and 1, -4. So that is my major axis, okay. And the minor is -2, 3, and 4, 3. So here's my ellipse, sort of. I drew my apses in there. You don't have to do that, but guess what? Where are they going to cross? At the center. So if you draw them in, since you have graph paper, it's going to be real clear where that center is. That center should be at 1, 3. Is that where your center is? Oh, you don't have graph paper. Sorry.
I'm getting graph paper.
You will, yeah. It's more like on the last practice test, see how it's on grid paper? That's how I learned it off, yeah. So, that's 1, 3, 1, 3. So this is -1, -3. Now, up and down, I went from 3 to 10. 3 to 10, how far is that? 7. So if I went up and down 7, then under y must be 49. And if I went from 1 to 4, sideways 1 to 4, that is 3. That means under here is 9. There's your equation. All right, go to line. We have until 31. You have until 31 to be in your seats. 12:31. You got a problem with that?
No.
How about 12:25? You okay? All right, so I don't know where